Hey, Jeff here. I was here to introduce you to my new build. It's titled Defector, and it's going to be a dual booting X99 base build. Has two 500 gig SSDs. This one is a M.2 drive. That's going to be Windows on there, and then on this Samsung SSD is going to be a copy of Apple as long as I can get it running. And that's why I went with the name Defector, so I thought it was a pretty sweet name. Even if I don't get Apple going, probably still use that name, so whatever. The build has a 32 gig DDR4 RAM, 2400 speed. This will be an editing computer, mainly. The reason I wanted it to be dual bootable is so I could I prefer to edit in Windows, but a lot of times I have to spit out a ProRes file or something, and I like working with ProRes files, and they work fine in Windows. So I'd like to have a, boot onto this Windows drive, be able to do my rendering and whatnot, and then like if I have a time lapse or something that I need to be put in ProRes, I boot into Apple. And the idea is to have a shared drive between them, like a exFAT formatted drive, so that both the drives can share that middle drive. Render, so I can boot into Apple, render stuff onto the drive, and then boot straight into Windows, and all the files will be there, and just open the Premiere file straight into Windows. Let's see what else is the graphics in the build. There's going to be GTX 980. It's a EVGA SC. I guess it's overclocked a little bit out of the box. Using the Asus X99 Deluxe motherboard. It's hiding back there. It's already in the case, and it has a water block installed on it right now that I actually have to take off. Power supply is going to be a Corsair AX760. The heart of the rig is the i7-5960X. That's the new 8-core. I'm sure that'll be chugging along just nicely. So this build is going to be built in the Fractal Design Define R5 case. I chose this case because of the extensive water cooling options that are just available out of the box. I already took all the drive cages and the optical drive and then the 8 hard drive slots. Pull right out with a toolless design, and then I think I had to take out 4 screws right here, but basically without any modifications this case is ready for all this water cooling gear that I'm about to put in it, and that's pretty cool. Manufacturers are really getting wise to making their case ready for this stuff. So I'll be putting in 2 Alpha Cool radiators, one 360 and one 280. Those are both 45 millimeters thick. And let's see, they're all going to be Noctua industrial fans in here. These are really sweet fans, by the way. They got the brown and black design. Noctua's industrial, super nice fans. I'm going to have 3 of those, 3 120s on this radiator, and that's going to be exhausting out of the top, and then the 5 140s, one of them is going to be intaking air into the back here, and the other 4 are going to be running in push-pull on this 280 radiator. And that's going to be mounted right in the front of the case as an intake. I've got, let's see, a D5 pump here. It's just the XSPC Berry pump, and that will go onto this reservoir here. This is the Primo Chill compression tube reservoir. And that is got the 120. Probably put that in here somewhere, but I'm trying to decide whether or not to mount it horizontal like that. It might look pretty cool. So And as far as blocks go, I have both bits power blocks. One's GTX 980 block. Came with a back plate here. I haven't put it on yet. It looks pretty sleek. That's the next step, to put this block on and get all my measurements for the hardline tubing. And then I got this full cover CPU block that I have to send back because the north bridge part of it was all dented up, and it had a bunch of like discoloration on it. I didn't want to run water in it for like 6 months and then have metal flaking off into my loop and stuff like that. So just to be safe, I put in an RMA with performance PCs, and I'm going to return that. And I'm actually probably going to get the clear one. They said that was alright to return it and get the clear one, which has just acrylic here and you can see all the channels. So I think I'm going to actually swap it out for that one. But yeah, so this is just the intro to the Defector build, and we'll be making lots of videos throughout the build, hopefully posting up progress as I go along, so stay tuned, and I'll have lots more coming out for you.